7 reasons to have a home inspection prior to listing your home. When sellers are asked, would you like to sell your home for top dollar? Sell it fast and with minimal hassle? The answer is, of course, always yes. But signing up with a real estate agent or putting your home on the internet with a few photos is quickly becoming old school. Buyers are expecting more, and the information here will show the best path forward to sell your home faster, for the most money, and least amount of frustration and delay. This video document product, one of many in our Up to Speed series, describes 7 reasons to have the home inspection done sooner rather than later in the real estate transaction process. Reason number 1, reduces potential renegotiations. Time and time again, I witnessed the frustration of both buyers and sellers in residential real estate transactions. They have negotiated the final sales price only to find out what as-is condition really means after the home inspection discovered previously unknown defects. There is one sure way to prevent this from happening. Have a thorough home inspection performed by the most respected and most reputable home inspection professional in your area prior to listing your property for sale. Another compelling reason is reduces surprises. You may like surprises, but probably only when they're good ones. As a home inspector with 30 years of experience, I have had to give buyers and sellers bad news. Unfortunately, they typically have little time to consider all their options since the clock is ticking on the inspection contingency part of their sales contract. No time to investigate any problem fully or hold those responsible accountable. The buyer and seller have to choose as to whether or not they move forward and may only have a matter of days or even sometimes hours to decide. This is stressful and unfortunate, but completely avoidable if the home inspection is completed prior to listing the property. Number 3, provides knowledge to make decisions. By having the home inspection report completed prior to the for sale sign going up in the front yard, the seller will gain useful knowledge and have the time to make informed decisions. Every month I see numerous transactions where parties feel rushed to have to make concessions in order to keep a deal together. The agents are scrambling to preserve a transaction that they've worked on sometimes for weeks. Remember, if there is no closing, there are no commissions, which ultimately means no payday for them. Buyers expect everything to be perfect, but the reality is that homes are like people. No one is perfect, and there are always maintenance and repair items to do. A top-notch home inspector will be able to give you advice and guidance on which items to repair, disclose, or simply put on the honey-do list for the next owner. Make the right decisions armed with knowledge. Number 4, can determine type of buyer financing. There are a number of different types of residential mortgages, including traditional conventional bank financing, FHA, VA, FMHA, USDA, 203K, etc. Some mortgages have specific requirements that the physical property must meet in order to qualify. Many times the buyer and seller are totally unaware of these requirements. The buyer is typically focused on the monthly and down payments, while the seller is tickled just to have an offer. If the property has material defects that could disqualify a specific mortgage product, there will be no closing unless the property is repaired to meet those qualifications, which routinely involve items such as exposed electrical wiring, flaking, peeling paint, missing handrails on stairways, unfinished interior rooms, etc. The home inspection will identify items for repair before the appraiser and mortgage underwriter require them. By the way, if the appraiser has to come back to verify the required repairs have been made, the buyer is going to be paying $100 to $200 for each additional reinspection. Number 5, shows good faith. By having the home inspection report available for the buyer to review prior to presenting their offer, they're going to go into this largest purchase of their lives with their eyes wide open. It's typical that sellers do not fully understand or know what's wrong with their home unless they've been there a number of years. And regardless how long they've lived there, they may, or how well they've maintained the property, defects are a reality and they do exist. State property disclosure document requirements were intended to prevent buyer's remorse, but in New York State, some real estate attorneys are advising their seller clients to not make out the required documentation, but rather just pay the $500 penalty to the buyer at closing. The legal reasoning for this? Best to not complete the 50-question disclosure document inaccurately. Just pay the penalty, since the home inspector will find defects in your home you knew nothing about. Disclosure using a home inspection report builds trust and confidence with the buyers. If buyers do not trust you, they may lose confidence, get cold feet, and not buy your home. Number 6 shows where to deploy resources. Most people do not have unlimited resources. Time, money, skills, ability, all can be taxed when structural, mechanical, and environmental defects are found. As the seller, you have options, but only when you know what defects exist. If the goal is getting the property transaction closed, then resources must be focused. A professional home inspector can share past real estate transaction experiences so that you will know what to fix, how much repairs will cost, and where to start. Be advised, it is a direct conflict of interest for any home inspector to inspect actual home building or remodeling work that inspector has done, or to repair defects found. Both state and national standards of practice, along with codes of ethics, exist for the home inspection industry. These standards are readily accessible on the web. The home inspection must be thorough, complete, and totally unbiased. Number 7 saves all parties time and money. By having the home inspection done prior to listing the property, the buyer may elect to not have another home inspection performed, providing the reputation and inspection report product of the individual inspector are trusted and respected. Even though home inspection agreements and most all home inspection reports clearly state this inspection and report are for the sole and exclusive use by the client, and the inspector and inspection company are not responsible for any third-party reliance, the reality is that buyers routinely would rather save the $300 to $600 cost of having another inspector from another inspection company, providing the best inspector did the first one. The pre-listing home inspection done right saves both time and money for all parties. The information contained in these videos and documents may not be applicable for all individuals in all cases. Be advised that the guidance and consult of an attorney, consultant, specialist, or other real estate professional, etc., should be considered given the unique characteristics that will exist in any situation. Check out homehealthsafety.org for additional guidance videos and documents. This is Rick Bates, your servant to solutions for homehealthsafety.org, the place on the web to get the clearest, most concise structural, mechanical, and environmental information, period. Thank you.